Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we're from team 2 or group B. We're going to present about income statement and related information. Before we present that, we will introduce ourselves. My name is Nabila Nuri Sofia. Last 3 digit NPM is 096.
My name is Ignatius Artemis Kapamistro, that's NBM number 121.
My name is Shanice Magala Prasetya with my last 3 digit NPM 251.
And my name is Preta Luneta Hairunisa with last 3 digit NPM 171.
My name is Kaitana Rahman with the last NPM 358.
So in this first material, I'm going to explain about useful and limitation of income statement. The first is the useful. We have evaluate the past performance of the company. It means the company will show revenues and expense to measure company success and compare it with competitor. The example is like Hyundai's from Korean compare the income statement with Toyota from Japan. The second is provide a basic of predicting future performance. It means all the past performance data help identify trends that may indicate the future result. The third is a risks and uncertainty of future cash flow. It means income statement of the component will help evaluate the risks of achieving future cash flow. Next we have limitation of the income statement. There is three. The first one is companies omit items from the income statement that they cannot measure reliably. So some companies, such as uncertain gains or entirely generate intangible items, are excluded even if they affect performance. Second is income numbers are affected by the accounting method employee. So the difference income result will making comparison between companies and make companies less consistent. And the last is income measurement involves judgment. So sometimes estimate like asset life, warranty costs, and bad debts differ between companies. It will affect reported income and the companies will have bad image. Next. So here is the quality of earning. It means earning that refers how to reliable and useful report income for evaluating performance. But however, some companies sometimes indicate in earning management, which is make it fake or deliberate timing to revenue, expense, gains or losses to make profit appear sometimes smoother or meet the market expectation. The next material will be explained by my friend.
In this slide, I will explain about what is inside an income statement. An income statement shows a company carrying a certain period, for example, 1 year. Tell us whether the company made profit or loss. And for main element in income statement, first, revenue. If the money earned from normal business activities. Second, expenses. Expenses that cost used to generate revenue, such as salaries, rent, and utilities. Third, gains. Gains are additional income that doesn't came from the main activity. Fourth, losses. Losses are additional costs that are not paid operation. The formula of net income is revenue subtract with expense. Next. Now let's look at the main section of the income statement. We start with sales or revenue. Then we subtract with cost of goods sold. This is the cost to produce goods or services. The result is called gross profit. After that, we subtract operating expenses. This include selling expense and administrative expense. The result is income from operation. Next, we subtract financing costs, usually interest expense. Then we subtract income tax. Finally, we get the net profit. Next, there are two income statement format. The first one is the letter expense method. The first method is the nature of expense method. In this method, expenses are grouped. Expenses grouped based on their type, such as salaries, depreciation, or utilities. This method is simple because it requires. The second method is function of expense method. In this method, expenses are based on their function, such as cost of goods sold, selling expenses, and administrative expenses. This method is more useful for analysis because it shows how costs are used in business activity. The next chapter will be explained with my friend.
The next material, we talk about reporting various income items. The first one is gross profit. As my friend explained, gross profit is computed by deducting cost of goods sold from net sales. The calculate is net sales minus with GOGS. Okay, the second one is income from operations. The first one, how to calculate it? Gross profit minus with selling and administrative expense and minus with other income and expense. This income used by analysts to predict future cash flow. From income from operation, there is two approach. The first one is nature of expense approach. This is the format, and then function of expense approach, and then this is the format. Next is in income from operation, there is expense classification. Nature of expense method. Inside is on salary, supplies, advertising, depreciation, same as my friend already explained. So the advantage for this method is simple, no allocation required, common for companies avoiding arbitrary cost allocation. The second one is function of expense method. So the advantage of this method is more relevant for analysis, and there's disadvantage from this method because allocation may be arbitrary, most commonly used in practice. The next one is gains and losses. Gains is income from transaction that not part of its main operating activities. The example is gain on sale of property, plant, and equipment, gain on sale of investment, reversal of inventory write-down. And then there's losses. Losses is decrease in company's equity from transactions that are not part of its main operating activities. The example is loss on write-down of inventory to net realizable value, loss on impairment of property, plant, and equipment, and then loss on sale of investment. These gains and losses usually report in other income and expense. The next one is income before tax. Income before tax, by deducting interest expense, often referred to as financing costs from income from operations. So this is income before we added the tax. The next one is net income. This income is income after income tax. This income after we added tax. So the income will be decreased because we pay the tax. This is the most important measure of company performance. Income tax shown before net income, and this requires detailed disclosure. The next one is earnings per share. The formula is net income minus with preference dividends divided by weighted average of ordinary shares outstanding. The definition about earnings per share is net income minus preferred dividend, income available to ordinary shareholders, and then same as the formula divided by the weighted average of ordinary share outstanding. The next one is discontinued operation defined by International Accounting Standard Board or IASB. A component that has been disposed of are classified as held for sale, represent a major line of business or geographic area, and then reporting shown separately after income from continuing operation, report net of tax, and per share amounts must be disclosed. The next one is intra-period tax allocation. This is the allocation of tax or companies report discontinued operation on the income statement net of tax. The next one is allocation to non-controlling interest. Non-controlling interest is the portion of equity or net assets interest in subsidiary not attributed to the parent company. So this is the format for calculate the allocation to non-controlling interest. And then in intra-period tax allocation, there is three. The first one is discontinued operation or gain, and this is the format. And then discontinued operation loss, this is the format. And then the last one is discontinued operation loss. The next material will be presented by my friend.
Okay, next we will talk about accounting change and error. In accounting, the change happen frequently because important event may be in dispute at the statement date. In accounting change, there are two types of change. The first one is change in accounting principle. This happen when company decide to change from one accounting principle to another. The example is like before company decide to use FIFO method, but decided to use another. And the objective of this change is to ensure the financial report can be compared apple to apple. And for this change, the adjustment that used is retrospective adjustment. It's type of adjustment that recast the prior year's statement so that they are consistent with the newly adopted principle. The second one is change in accounting estimate. This happen when the company receives new prediction information about something. This something is like depreciable asset, inventory, obsolescence, and etc. The types of adjustment that used in change in accounting estimate is prospective adjustment. It's adjustment where we don't need change prior year, but only current time and the future. And next, And the third one, or the last one, is correction of error. This happens when there are mathematical mistakes in the application of accounting principle or oversight or misuse of fact that existed at the time financial statements were prepared. Uh, the adjustment that we use in the correction of error is prior period adjustment. Is where companies record a correction of an error in the year in which it is discovered. Today, many companies doing correction in the financial statement. And then the next material will present by my friend.
Okay, next I'm gonna explain about related equity statement. Actually, it focuses on financial statement that connect the income statement to the balance sheet. By companies reporting this change in equity, they prepare a specific related statement. Firstly, there is the retained earnings statement. The change in a company return earning over the reporting period. The structure of this statement is start with the beginning balance of return earning, then add the net income or loss from the income statement, then subtract any dividend declared during the period to arrive at the ending retained earning balance. There is also a specific rule of resurrection of retained earning, where companies often strict retained earning to comply with internal or external affairs. Companies transfer the amount of retained earnings restricted to a account titled appropriate retained earnings. The retained earnings section may therefore refer to separate amount. Firstly is retained earning free or unrestricted, and secondly is retained earning appropriate restricted. Next. Secondly is the statement of comprehensive income, where company must report all change in equity during a period, accepting resulting from investment by owner and distribution to owner or dividends. And for the formula of the statement is net income plus other comprehensive income or OCI that result in comprehensive income. But what is OCI or other comprehensive income? That is our revenues, expense, gain and losses that bypass the traditional net income on the income statement. Like, for example, unrealized gain and losses on certain non-trading equity securities, and etc. For the reporting format, company can display the component of comprehensive income in two ways. Firstly is by using the one statement approach, where it only lists traditional income statement item down to find out the net income, then follow it with OCI item to arrive at the total comprehensive income. Secondly is by using the two statement approach, where the traditional income statement is followed immediately by a separate comprehensive income statement. Yes. Okay, lastly is the statement of change equity. The purpose is to report the change in its specific equity account. For example, is for the account share capital, share premium, retained earning, and etc. And in total equity for the period. For its content, it assigns the beginning and ending balance of its equity component, detailing items such as, firstly, accumulated other comprehensive income for the period. Secondly, contribution or issuance of shares, and distribution or dividends to owner. And lastly, reconciliation of the carrying amount of its component of its equity from the beginning to the end of the period. Next. Alright, that's all from us. Thank you for your attention. We are sorry if there is anything wrong with our material or we don't cover in this material. We hope that our presentation could be a benefit from you. Thank you.